she likes to move the ball around. Of course, she wants to use the front of the court, but you have to build from, it doesn't matter what style of player you are, does it, Johnny? You have to be building from the back of the court, getting your opponent behind you.
Down.
And the previous boast, which was a Watts winner, the ball's just sitting up, so it's all about that fading length as well from Chinappa. It's uncanny, isn't it? Just when it's running against you. The rub of the green, just certainly with the New Zealander right now. Tremendous stretch, but she can't recover. Got pulled into that front left too far.
And out 4-2.
Got some good moves there in those front corners, good stretches, and very elastic. Finally, probably for the first time in the match, we've just seen Chinappa starting to come into her own, starting to get these kind of positions that she loves to have, open court, and then putting it where it needs to go.
She's raced her away here for a 6-2 lead. That's a cracking winner. And if you leave that ball in the service box of someone of Watts' power, those low kills are lethal.
Plenty of wattage in Watts, is that what you're saying?
It's a good one.
And out 7-3.
Much better line work, which down that backhand line, which I do feel is an area of weakness of Watts when she's getting stretched, when she's getting pulled uncomfortably backwards, that her defensive work on the backhand is just not tight enough. She's a forehand boast, we've seen that used already numerous times in this match.
It's almost becoming a little bit of a two-shot combination that. She whips in the forehand boast. She knows Chinappa's going to fade across the court, and then she's leathering it down the forehand wall.
And out 9-4.
It's where exactly what you were saying at the start of this game. Chinappa needs to be onto that boast straight down the backhand wall, exposing that hanging movement for the cross drop.
10-4, game ball.
Well, the wheels have come off here for the Kiwi as Chinappa has got her house in order. 6 game balls here to just steady her ship, steady her cause in this round of 16 match.
No let. No let. You were too close to your opponent. You caused the interference, not her.
Well, that's game, as far as I can tell. Chinappa overhitting that volley, a wicked set up a bit, but Watts didn't move to the space that she needed to. There was a line to the ball there. Referee, I feel, deciding correctly. The Indian moves ahead 2-1, still trying to find some better ball striking. We know that she can play better.
Just keep the intensity up. Really good. Keep the intensity up. Get her, just be patient, get her behind you. She'll go for the shots and you'll be forward and be able to pick them up. Get her behind you, good width of the bank. Then you beautiful technique in front of them.
Well, I think Chinappa got her house in order a little bit more in that game. She certainly seemed to be adjusting the pace, finding her targets a little bit better, injecting pace when she needed to, and starting for the first time in the match to use height. So when the ball wasn't there to be struck with power, she used the height on the front wall and found those targets behind has certainly left Watts with a little bit of a conundrum to solve when someone makes a tactical change like that. She's still refusing to drop back off the tee, pushing up as you just saw on that last highlight. Be interesting to see who can get the better of this fourth game.
Play will resume in 30 seconds.
World Squash Federation emblem there, firmly behind the Commonwealth Games and everything that it stands for. Joshua Chinappa is 2-1 here.
Chinappa to serve. Lovell.
Things were looking a little bit better for her, a bit rosier in game 3. Starting to work the angles, work the low balls across the front of the court.
1 love.
Hasn't had it her own way though. New Zealand's been very feisty out there, which has been, from a competitive standpoint, very good to see.
Down. And out, 1-all.
That ball just snuck up. Much better length, and then we see it again, the inability of the wrist to sort of dig that ball out, and the backhand of Watts.
2-1.
11.2. पिंक लाइन देख रही हो पिंक लाइन में से लगी चद्दर जो लाइन देख रही हो ऊपर ऊपर की जो लाइनिंग से ऊपर की
That's a nice little change up, isn't it, there, Johnny? She's played that forehand drop.
2-all.
Probably one of her best shots, I'd say, where that drop and the volley drop sits into that forehand front corner. So Chinappa covering that, just changing direction at the last second.
Yeah, she's definitely more adept and comfortable on that forehand side, Watts, when she wants to use a bit of deception, a bit of hold and cut the ball. Tends to try to power way through on the backhand. That's good play from Chinappa. There's that experience, just sensing some players might ask for a let there. It's better just to quickly play it while your opponent's off balance.
Yeah, I think Chinappa's movement and body language has freed up a little bit now, hasn't it?
4-2.
A little bit more bounce in the movement, which might just indicate that there's a little bit more energy in the feet, a little bit more, you know, ready to go. Less nerves in the legs. Generally means that the shots are played better.
And out, 3-4.
Definitely, we've seen that over and over in this match, that the movement of Chinappa going forward has been somewhat lagging at times. The initial takeoff just a little slow. Here we are at 4-all, we're locked again in game 4. Oh, wow.
Oh, beautiful. Little fist clench to go with it.
5-4.
Yeah, well, that outward energy, we've seen that coming from Watts the whole match, and Chinappa's been somewhat subdued. Does need to activate things a little bit here.
Down.
Yeah, just as I said, she's picked it up. It's just had a real lull here.
6-4. Left, please.
A couple of loose balls, and Watts has jumped all over it. Aggression, body language in her own play is picked up, and she's looking to run with this now.
Well, there was a moment there with that forehand flick from Watts. If that had been executed better, you feel she might have even won the point. There's these sort of 2-point moments where, or a swing either way. It's gone way down.
Down. 6-all.
And qualifying the British Open that I was playing, his father in the gallery, Malcolm Westropp, as he loved to sit and comment, and he said that the best players in the game, in the key moments, they hit the key shots, they go for those, you know, I'll say riskier shots, and they nail them. And that's the difference. We saw Heather Watts just missed that flick that was on. If you want to be in that top echelon, as you well know, Laura, you've got to have courage and confidence. As we see another error there.
Yeah, that's a poor error. And I totally
7-6.
agree, Johnny. It's about composure, I always felt, at the biggest moments. You know, if you're 9-all in a massive final, how do you have the composure to keep thinking about the tactic and to execute the right shot at the right time? And part of that is a skill that has to be developed in training, keeping calm under pressure.
No let.
Yeah, she's not going to get a let for
You
that.
are getting stuck behind your opponent. Player review.
As a player,
Watts
it's very
on the no-let
frustrating when you
decision.
get your racket caught behind your opponent, but those just are not giving us a let anymore, are they?
No, and it's in the interest of the free-flowing game, which I agree with. So this should be a quick review, really. She's created her own interference there as well.
Official decision. Correct. There you are.
No let. Decision upheld. Watts has no reviews remaining. 8-6.
गजब गजब
Straight to Chinaka. 9-6. Can we have court service, please?
I certainly think from having watched Watts for the first time here today, for how physical and strong she is, and powerful, there's improvement to come with this movement. You see there as the slow-mo works, both feet are running through. She's not able to keep one leg back, keeping it as close to that middle area of the tee as she can. It meant that she was a metre or a metre and a half short of that next ball that went in, and that's the difference between getting the ball back and not.
Down. 10-6.
So Chinapa now has moved into 4 match balls. She's just lifted her game in games 3 and 4 in particular, just striking those lines a bit better. The endeavour from the New Zealander has been there, as we see her pushing all the way, frustrated, hand goes in the air.
Game to Chinaka.
Good effort on her part, but still coming up short. As she said, Laura, there seems to work on though for the New Zealander. She's only 21.
Chinaka, 3 games.
Go away, do her homework,
8-11.
get to work
11-9.
on her movement,
11-4.
generally on her
11-6.
swing, get on that court, do a lot of hours of solo.